For all of the cameras that I review in this channel, I have to admit that my most used camera at the moment is my phone. So in this video, I thought I would share with you the 12 accessories that I've been finding the most helpful for filming videos with my phone. I've made a similar smartphone accessory guide video before, and it's a lot longer, it's close to half an hour, and it's more extensive than this video. But in this video, I wanted to highlight some of my favorite accessories that I find myself using regularly. So the phone that I'm using right now is the iPhone 16 Pro. I switched over to iPhone from Android several years ago, and my partner Martin recently did that switch as well. And the main reason why we switched and why we are sticking with Apple for the moment is their phone camera quality. We both think it's the best. I mean, it's obviously a subjective opinion, but we really like the image quality that this camera phone produces. Now, these forthcoming phone filmmaking accessories are definitely geared towards iPhone, but in some cases, you can use these products with Androids as well, so I'll try to make note of that when it's possible. Now, by the way, if you want a more in-depth tutorial on my exact iPhone filmmaking settings, then drop a comment below and let me know. Also, I bought a majority of these products, including the iPhone, with my own money, but some of them were gifted to me. So I will make a note down in the corner whenever there's a product that was gifted to me. With that said, none of these brands are paying me to make this video, but Skillshare is, and I will be talking about them later on in this video. So let's start with the first accessory. This one works with iPhones or Androids, and it is a charging bank or a battery. Now, I've used many of these over the years, and I keep coming back to Anker because they're so reliable and reasonably priced. Now, I recently picked up the Anker Nano Power Bank to use during our 3-week family vacation in France, and I absolutely love this thing. This power bank has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, it's relatively compact, and it has this really handy built-in USB-C cable that also doubles as a carrying strap. Now, the phone that I'm using right now is the iPhone 16 Pro, and I am so grateful that as of the iPhone 15, iPhones now use USB-C to charge, so I no longer have to carry around a lightning cable. So this means that all of my current filmmaking devices currently charge via USB-C. So this is a great power bank that can charge not only my phone, but also my wireless mic, small cameras, and other items. And this power bank is relatively cheap. It's $32 brand new, but I even bought mine for half price by getting it used. Now, the next accessory is related to the power bank, but it is an Anker 33-watt wall charger with 2 ports. One is USB-C and one is USB-A. And having multiple ports in my wall chargers is so important to me because I like to be able to charge multiple items at the same time, such as my battery bank and a camera or my phone. And even though I'd rather only carry USB-C to USB-C cables, there are many built-in charging stations on airplanes and hotels that still use USB-A, so I always have those cables on me just in case. Now, this charger is also very compact and pretty affordable. I think it's only $15 or $16 if you buy it brand new. Now, next up is a protective phone case. I ended up getting the Desert iPhone 16 Pro, and I am so in love with this color. I think it's beautiful. But I admit that I've been pretty paranoid about damaging it because I have already dropped it a couple of times. But because I use a case, my phone still looks brand new. And that is pretty important whenever I'm doing these iPhone videos and I want my product to look nice. So I actually have a couple of phone cases. Because I bought my phone brand new the day it was released, there aren't a lot of phone cases available on day one. So I ended up getting this really cheap clear case that I used for the first couple of weeks, and now I use it as a backup phone case. But the phone case that I actually use most regularly is this one by Mujo. They gifted me this phone case, and the main reason why I accepted was because Wirecutter actually recommends their phone cases. So I knew it was likely going to be a really solid product. Now, ESR makes phone cases for Androids or iPhones, but currently Mujo only makes them for iPhone. But this is a MagSafe compatible phone case, and it's wrapped in this full grain leather on the outside. And in the inside is this soft microfiber lining, so it looks and feels really nice, and it keeps your iPhone really safe. It also has an impact resistance rated to protect your phone from drops up to 5 meters or 15 feet high. Plus, it has ultra-responsive clicky buttons on the side of the phone. For possible downsides, it is rather pricey at nearly $60, and it only comes in 2 color choices. This is the slate blue option. But other than that, I've been a really big fan of this phone case in the past few weeks that I've been using it with my iPhone. Now, even though Mujo gifted me the phone case, they did not pay me to make this video. But who did pay me to make this video is Skillshare. Now, in case you're unfamiliar with them, Skillshare is an online community with thousands of classes taught by industry professionals. There are classes in a variety of categories besides photo and video, including music, cooking, and even AI. I especially liked this hour-long crash course on the basics of ChatGPT, which, if you've seen one of my recent videos, is an AI resource that I use regularly to plan out and optimize nearly every video that I film. So if you guys want to try Skillshare out for yourself, then use my link below. And the first 500 people will get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, and now let's continue on with the remaining smartphone video accessories. So next up is a phone mount or a tripod. I actually have quite a few of these, and I love each of them for various reasons, but there are 2 in particular that I've been using the most often. First is this mini tripod by Ulanzi. It is super slim and unassuming, and it even has a built-in carabiner for securing to the outside of a bag. This part of the carabiner is also a MagSafe attachment, which I really love. I've been trying really hard to transition most of my phone accessories to MagSafe attachments whenever possible, just because it makes it so fast and easy to attach and detach my phone. Now you can use the mount as is, or you can extend the middle section to make it even taller and sort of use this as a selfie stick. But these legs also come apart so that it becomes a mini tripod. This is a really great mini tripod option, and I've been using it very regularly just because it fits nicely in my pocket or on the outside of my bag. But if I'm ever in need of a taller tripod, well, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I talk about this one a lot because I absolutely love it. It is, fairly compact, but it gets to be over 5 feet tall if you fully extend it. And so if I ever need to get, eye level shots or super tall overhead shots, then this is the mini tripod. Kind of mini. It's a little bit bigger than a mini tripod, but my relatively compact tripod that I often carry with me. And up top is a 1/4-20 hole, so it can attach to other cameras like the DJI Pocket 3 or an action camera or a really small compact camera. Or I like to carry around this MagSafe attachment here, so I can easily just screw it to the top of this little tripod and then stick my phone on top. And this way I'm able to get full body shots, or really tall shots, using this combination here. Now, related to tripods are stabilizers to help keep your camera steady. Now, I admit that I don't use these very often because usually I'm just using my phone to shoot 10-second B-roll clips whenever I'm standing still and not moving. But if I ever want to walk or move around with my phone, then I usually reach for a gimbal. And right now my favorite one is the DJI OM6 gimbal, which is also great for doing time lapses. I've done several dedicated videos on this gimbal, so I won't dive any deeper into the details. But I will tell you about a new accessory that I've been having a lot of fun shooting with. It's a camera rig, specifically by Freewell. I think they call this the Genius rig. And it consists of an adapter that you put your phone into. It is very specific to which model of phone you're using. But what's really great about it, actually there are a couple things. First of all, you can mount a handle to various points on the outside of the rig. And it's super simple to mount this handle and dismount it. You just pinch to attach and pinch again to detach. And the other really great thing is that it has cold shoe mounts and several 1/4-20 holes all throughout for attaching accessories, like an external microphone or an external hard drive. Now, speaking of those items, let's talk about the microphone first. So I don't really use an external microphone much with my phone because I still prefer shooting my vlogs or my talking head videos on another camera like the DJI Pocket 3. But if I do record audio on my phone, it's not really great to use the internal mics. So I like to use an external microphone. Specifically, I've been really liking the DJI Mic 2 recently because that receiver can plug directly into the bottom of my phone, and I don't have to use any cables. And also, I can enable internal recording on the transmitters this way. So I still like to use a wireless microphone system whenever I'm recording audio with my phone. Two other mic systems I also like are the Rode Wireless Micro and the DJI Mic Mini. These both lack internal recording, but they are smaller and cheaper than the DJI Mic 2. The DJI Mic 2 and the DJI Mic Mini can also connect via Bluetooth to your phone, but the audio quality is noticeably degraded, so I do recommend always connecting the receiver to the phone anytime you want to use a wireless microphone system, even if it offers Bluetooth. And the other accessory that I mentioned is the external hard drive. So not everyone will need one of these when shooting with a phone, but if you find yourself running out of storage space, then something like an external hard drive or a memory card can help give you extra space. This time around, I actually got a phone with more internal storage, 256 gigs rather than 128 gigs, and yet I still find myself coming up against the limit of how much I could shoot on this phone. Especially whenever I'm shooting log, which I love to do because that way I can color grade my footage and match it up with the footage coming out of my DJI Pocket 3. Only problem with shooting log is that it takes up a lot of storage space, so I'm constantly maxing out the internal storage of this phone. The external hard drive is pretty straightforward to use. All you have to do is connect the hard drive to the USB-C part of your phone, and then you can start recording your media on it. But the memory card does take another adapter, specifically a card reader like this one, or my latest find that I really love, an Anchor SD card reader with MagSafe. All you do is insert the memory card into the card reader and then attach the card reader to your phone. Anyway, both of these external storage devices not only give you extra space for recording media, but they also make your editing workflow faster, because then you can just take the storage devices and connect them directly to your computer and not bother with transferring files, which is really time consuming. Now, the last two items here have to do with carrying your phone around, and the first is a lanyard by Casetify. It is super straightforward. All you do is insert this little bit into the bottom of your phone case, and then you attach the lanyard to the bottom metal portion. And now you have a lanyard that you can wear around your neck or your shoulder. Now, I like to use it to wear my phone like a crossbody bag, and I find it really helpful because I often wear clothes without pockets, or the pockets just aren't big enough for my phone. Now, this lanyard is not cheap. It's actually quite expensive for what it is. But I tried out so many cheaper options, and the quality really fell short. So I have to say that this Casetify option is the best and most solid in terms of the build quality and the reliability. I mean, this part that attaches to the phone might look really flimsy, but it is surprisingly strong. I used it for 3 weeks in France traveling with this phone and shooting with it constantly, and it held up really nicely. And the last accessory I'll highlight here is my favorite everyday carry bag of the moment, and of the past year really. The PGY-TECH One Go Solo V2 in 4 liters. So this is also a bag that I brought to France with me and carried all of my travel vlogging accessories. It won't fit all of these items here that I've highlighted, like you might have to pick and choose if you put a gimbal in the bag or the DJI Mic 2, but it carries most of the bare essentials that I mentioned. And it even has loops on the bottom for carrying this mini tripod. So those are 12 of the best pieces of iPhone filmmaking equipment that I've been using a lot lately. If you want to dive deeper into dozens more smartphone filmmaking accessories, then I think you'll really like this next video.